But the details on this camera are immense, absolutely insane. If you do want to know what camera I've got, it's an iPhone 13, so there's no excuse for why you can't be creating your own content and making a shit ton of money for what you know. You don't need any of these fancy cameras or anything like that, but I've just recorded with my iPhone. Simple. So, talking about detail, talking about specifically attention to detail, I'm going to tell you something today that will make you 10 times more attractive to women. Now, I know it's not all about women and all this other stuff, but it's a big motivation for a lot of young men to be more attractive to women. Of course it is, but also just for yourself as well. For you to want to look in the mirror and feel proud of yourself, to love who you are. I had a moment the other day where I was brushing my teeth at my girl's house, and I just looked at myself in the mirror. And you know, I'm decently built, and this is going to sound like I'm tooting my own horn or I'm bragging or whatever, but I'm just giving you an imagination, a little rundown of what I look like, right? Go and look at the pictures, I share them all the time. You know, and I look in the mirror and my chest is built and I'm pumped up and I've got my arms and my abs, six pack, and my skin's nice and clear. And this is not, I wasn't just born like this. I wasn't just, that's just who I am. I worked to become this man to the point where now I look in the mirror and I love who I am. And if you've never felt that love for your own self when you look at yourself, not in a, like, oh, I'm so fucking sexy, I'm so fit, like not in an arrogant dickheady way, but in a way where you accept you for who you are, number one, but also you are appreciative of the work that you've put in. If you've never had that feeling, you're missing out. I love being me. That's such a nice feeling to have. And I want you to feel the same way. And there's two things that you can do today that I want to remind you of, if anything, if you don't already know these things, to consistently do every single day. And you should hold yourself to these standards every single day if you want to be not only attractive to the opposite sex or whatever it is that you're into, but also just to feel good about yourself when you walk down the street, when you look in the mirror, when you go to the club and you're trying to meet girls, when you introduce yourself to people. You should want to be seen. You should want attention on you because of how you've treated yourself. When I go outside, I used to be very shy. I used to walk outside and walk with my head down or look at my phone or put my hood up all the time. I was trying to avoid attention. I didn't want people to see me or talk to me or to know who I was. I hated meeting new people. I hated having to that awkward introduction phase of like, oh, hi, I'm Luke, shaking that. I hated that because I didn't like attention on me. In school, when the teacher used to call my name out, I used to blush. I used to go fully red because I knew that everyone else was looking at me. Now I walk outside the house with my girl linked on my arm, looking absolutely gorgeous by my side. And I love who I am. I love the man I've made myself. And that's the key word. I've made that. I've created this reality for myself. Everything that I've got. The person I am, the way I carry myself, the lifestyle that I've got, it was all created. Nothing was given to me. Now I walk down the street and I love who I am. I want attention. I want to meet people. I love being social. I love being that center of attention. Clearly, I'm on the fucking camera all the day, right? This is what I do for a living. So you can see how my mindset's not only shifted, but also my self-respect, my self-image, my confidence. That's all shifted as well. Now, the first step to doing this is to hold yourself to absolute professionalism in every single thing that you do. And that's literally everything, no matter how small. Now, what I mean by this is just more of a mindset that I want you to hold, of being a professional, not an amateur, not being lazy, not slacking, not trying to cut corners and take shortcuts in things. Every single thing that you do, down to the way that you brush your teeth, down to the way that you walk, drink water, everything must be professional, must be on it. Now, I'm not talking about being, meticulous with everything you do to the point where it's like, oh, I can't make a mistake ever. I can't spill a drop of water when I drink my water. I'm not talking about it like that. It's just the mindset that you hold is just do things properly. Don't be lazy. Don't be complacent. Don't be, sloppy with the way that you do things, the way you do life. Even when you're brushing your teeth, do them properly. Take pride in the things that you do. Now, I used to work at a zipline job back in the day. And I used to be one of the operators there, so I would literally, put the harnesses on people, strap them in, tighten the straps, send them down the zip line. It was a proper, fucking fun job, I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't really like it. Obviously, it was a 9 to 5, and I was working on my YouTube at the time, trying to build something for myself. So I didn't really want to be there naturally. I tried to find the positives out of it, tried to have a laugh when I was there. Obviously, I wasn't a negative person, but it was just a boring environment for me to be in because I knew that I was worth more than that. No disrespect to the job or anything like that, but I just knew that my potential wasn't here, you know what I mean? But even with that being said, even with that grand desire to not be in the place that I was in, I still operated with absolute professionalism. always polite, always respectful, always on time, punctual, always made sure that I was presentable, making sure my clothes washed, smelling nice, hygienic, you know? The way I would speak to the customers, even though, it was 12-hour shifts, it was fucking long. And the money that I make now is laughable compared to what I was making back then for the work that I was doing. 12 hours non-stop. Obviously, you get like a break here and there, whatever. But pretty much non-stop all day. It's mentally draining, physically draining job as well. And then you've got to deal with dickheads all day. Rude people that don't say please or thank you. Now you could say, oh yeah, but why don't you just be rude back to them? If they're a dickhead to me, I'm going to treat them back with disrespect. That doesn't get you anywhere. There's no positive outcome there. You understand? So even when it was a long 12-hour shift, at the end of the day, you get some rude, scruffy family coming in, swearing, not saying please or thank you, demanding things off of you, treating you like you weren't even human. You got to ask yourself, how would you act in that situation? If it was sloppy, if it was disrespectful, if it wasn't anything other than exceptional standards that you set for yourself, then you failed. And I used to sit there really, really tempted some days, just like, mate, fuck off. Who are you talking to? Do you know what I mean? And give it them back. Never did it once. I was always respectful, always polite, always positive. And now this is not me saying, be taken advantage of or get walked all over by people. Of course not. You've got your limit. If someone's being a dick to you, consistently, personally targeting you, then yeah, do something about it, of course. That's a completely different video. But I'm talking about the way that you hold yourself, the mindset that you hold should always be, I am a professional and I will operate with excellence and exceptional standards no matter what it is that I'm doing. I wanted to be the best harness tightener in there, the best zip line operator in there, the best rock climb operator in there. No matter what it was that I did, I wanted to make sure I was the best at it and I was professional, and to the point where people would be inspired by the way that I would work. Now I did that with something that I didn't even really care about. I didn't give a shit about that job. I don't care if they fired me. I'll just go get a new one. Who gives a fuck? It's just a job. It's just a way to survive and make money at that point. You understand? But I still made sure, just for myself, my own self-respect, and for good habits and a good mindset, that I held myself to professional standards. So that's number one. For you to become more attractive, you've got to be professional in everything that you do. The way that you dress, the way that you take care of yourself, the way that your clothes look on your body, how clean you are, hygiene, etc. All of these things means you operate without sloppiness or laziness. You might wake up one day and think, you know what, I can't be asked having a shower today. Let me just go out first and just go eat some shitty food. Go see my friends. I don't really need to have a shower. I don't smell that bad. As the day goes on, you haven't even showered, so the day goes on, you start sweating maybe a little bit. You're gonna start to fucking stink. And also, sleep build up in the eye. You've just woke up out of bed and you're not even washing yourself. People get out of bed. I used to have people that come to work out of bed, first thing in the morning, didn't wash their face, didn't brush their teeth. They go straight to work. Sweat patches on their shirt. They fucking literally smell like actual shit, like someone shit themselves. And I have to work with people like that. Not only is it disrespectful to the people that you're around, but also just to yourself. Nobody wants to be around you when you don't take care of yourself. So that's number two, is self-respect. Now, I know these things sound very simple. Oh, have a shower, wash yourself. It's not the action itself. It's the way that you do these things, and it's how you view yourself that I'm trying to really drill into your mind here. You must wake up every single day and act like a professional, like I said before. Everything that you do is to a professional standard. You make sure you get the job done properly. If you're doing push-ups and you say to yourself, I'm doing 100 push-ups, be a man of your word and you do the 100 push-ups and you do them like a professional. If one push-up isn't perfect form, you do it again. You don't count it. I did 100 push-ups this morning and I was like, oh, wow, look at me. Like, I'm not saying it like that. No one gives a shit, I know. But I'm giving you an example. I did 100 push-ups. Now, every single time I got up to take a break in between sets or whatever, if I forgot the number of push-ups that I did, I'd have to redo them all over again. So that's me being a professional, making sure I'm keeping track of what it is I've already done. Being on it, staying sharp. You understand what I'm saying? If a push-up rep wasn't the best it could be, if it didn't fully extend, or if it didn't go all the way down to chest to the floor, etc., I'd do it again. Or if I used a bit more momentum to get more, I'd do it again. You understand? So it's this professional level, it's these standards that you hold yourself that are going to make you not only a more attractive man overall, just because of the way you look after yourself and the way that you do things, but also it's going to give you a lot more success. It's going to get you closer to the goals that you want. Because you're not slacking, you're not trying to cut corners, you're not trying to do it the easy way. You're doing it the professional way. You understand? Now, I don't mean you have to do everything and speak formally all the time or nothing like that. I'll come on the camera and I'll call you a dickhead any day. Now, there's a difference between externally acting professional and, you know, speaking with class and speaking articulately. Now, yeah, obviously do that, but every now and then if you're with your boys and you want to have a laugh, yeah, have a laugh, swear, do what you want. This is not what I'm trying to say. It's a mindset. This is what I'm trying to say. It's internal, the way that you view yourself. So wake up in the morning. We'll get back onto the self-respect point, right? I was at my girl's house not too long ago, a couple of days ago, and we had this like really, really long, because we do business together, right? We had this really long business day, and she helps out with my coaching and my videos and stuff like that, and little things here and there, live streams and things on YouTube. And we were doing it together, and it was a long, long day. And by the end of the day, it was like 3 a.m. by the time we'd finished all of this work. And by the time we'd just done what we wanted to do for the day, right? Go out on a nice date and stuff like that. And it came to the end of the morning at this point. It's 3 a.m. And we both got into bed, watching a bit of Netflix at the end of the night, right? Just having a nice chill evening together, enjoying each other's company. And I felt so fucking tired at the point where I was literally like this, just dropping off. I couldn't even pay attention to the Netflix show. Now, I hadn't brushed my teeth at this point. Now, I know this sounds so insignificant. It sounds so like, oh, so, what are you on about? It's only brushing your teeth. But it's little things like this, these little wins that you get, these little acts of professionalism and self-respect combined that will make you the man that you want to be. So the reason I can wake up in the morning and, you know, love who I am, the reason I get this, sounds so arrogant when I say it, but the reason I have pretty much an abundance of women in my life to the point where I'm never worried about losing a girl. I'm never worried about not getting girls. Like the fact that people come in my comments and they're like, how do I get girls? I'm not on that level. I know this sounds so big-headed, but I'm trying to lift you up to that level. Do you understand? And there's a certain mindset I need you to tap into for you to get to that point. And it's little things like this. I could have just gone to sleep because I was tired, but I knew I should have brushed my fucking teeth. I've had food that day, I've had some sugar that day. If I don't, my teeth are going to fucking rot overnight. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously, it's not going to happen instantly, but everything is momentum. And the small things that you do or don't do will add up over time. And that is why you get these guys that end up with fucking acne and shit like that. Because it's all those times they're not washing their face, all those times they're doing the wrong things health-wise, gut health-wise. And the skin and the body responds to it over time. It's a compound effect, right? So, just a little reminder for you, I don't want to drag this out any longer than it has to be, but just have some self-respect. The clothes that you wear, make sure they fit, make sure they're clean, make sure there's no stains on them. Again, another story I'll tell you. I was in London a couple of days ago. It wasn't the first time I went when I was a kid, but it was the first proper time that I can remember, right? So I went to London, we went to this nice restaurant, it cost like £200 for the lunch or something. It was fucking classy, fancy shit. This is new to me. I grew up on a council estate, do you know what I mean? But it was nice to have that experience regardless. Now, we went on an escalator at one point, an outdoor escalator going up to some complex or something like that, like some shopping complex. And my girl had makeup on at the time, and I like accidentally elbowed her with this jacket that I've got. And, you know, her makeup naturally just came off on the jacket. Now, I could have been lazy and be like, oh, I can't be arsed cleaning it, I'll just keep it on there, it doesn't matter, it's only makeup, whatever. But it's just little things like this. Just take pride in yourself. You shouldn't want to walk around with stains on your t-shirt or holes in your fucking shoes and shit like that. Now, I understand if you're broke and you literally have no other choice. I've been there myself, bro. I've been walking around with holy socks. Some things you've got to, you know, you've got to do what you got to do. But as much as you can, stay professional, take pride in yourself, and have that self-respect to where you should want to be the best version of yourself. I'm scared of becoming unattractive or becoming less than what my potential is set for me. I'm scared of not brushing my teeth because I might end up one day being ugly or having shitty fucking manky yellow rotting teeth. Do you understand? I'm scared of that. I'm scared of being out of shape. And it's that fear, I use that same fear, that fear of a negative outcome to motivate me to do the right things that keep me on this journey of self-respect and professionalism. You understand? So you should visualize yourself being out of shape in a couple of years' time. Negatively visualize yourself being a man that you don't want to be. And then simply use that as your motivation to do the right things, little things. And again, it doesn't matter that, oh, I made sure that I cleaned my jacket afterwards and there was no makeup on it and, you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter that I did that. It's just a very, very small thing. But it's those small things combined that add up to the man that you are, your character. How lazy you are. When you wake up in the morning, do you press snooze even though you know you should get up? When you record your videos, do you slack? Do you try and skip really quickly? Do you edit? Do you read from a script because you're lazy and you can't be bothered actually learning the skill of speaking articulately. You understand what I'm saying? It's little things that add up to what makes you who you are, so be careful of those little things. If you put a t-shirt, bro, I see guys coming to the gym with stains on the t-shirt and they stink. What are you doing? Just put some deodorant on. It takes like 2 seconds. It's like £2 from the shop. Do you know what I mean? It's not hard. Just if you put a t-shirt on and it's got stains on it, well, okay, we'll put it in the fucking wash. Well, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm only going to the gym. You wonder why you're terrified of approaching that girl in the gym, because you look like shit and you smell like shit. Subconsciously, you know this as well. You know you're not as good as you could be, hence why you're terrified. I don't get scared, because I know who I am. And I genuinely believe any girl will be lucky to have me. Why are you not operating with the same mindset? And you could say, well, because I'm humble, because unlike you, Luke, I'm not arrogant. Well, if it's arrogance that makes me respect myself, that makes me love who I am as a person, that makes me have success in every realm of life, then yeah, cool, I'm arrogant. But it's those guys that are like, well, I'm humble, Luke, that walk around with stains on the t-shirt and smell like shit. Just have a shower, bro, please. For your own sake, have a shower. I love getting out of the shower smelling amazing. Even if I'm not even going anywhere, just sitting in my room by myself doing work, talking to you. I love smelling good. I love looking good. I love having nice, clear skin. Nice teeth, because I look after them. You understand what I'm saying? Nice fitted clothes. Again, that are good quality, that smell nice. I love that. I love looking after myself. That level of self-respect that I've got for myself, I like that. Because I know, number one, the rewards that come with that. Obviously, women, attraction, etc. But only, confidence and stuff like that. But also, I understand the little mental habits that it's building up in my mind. So when it comes down to the big shit, like, making money, being my own boss, running my own business, when it comes down to big, big life-changing things like that, I know because of all the small little habits, like making sure I wear clean clothes, like making sure I'm brushing my teeth properly, like making sure when I walk, I'm not dragging my feet or slipping over shit. What the fuck is this amateurism? Get a grip of yourself. You're a full-grown man, you can't walk properly. What are you doing? Shaking hands and you've got a limp dick handshake like I'm going to crush you. Stop this stuff. It's little things like this that you kind of, don't matter. Oh, I lost my phone today, don't matter. Amateur. Never lost my fucking phone. Always on me, I always know where it is. I always know where everything is, in which pocket. Do you know what I mean? It's like this level of professionalism you must hold yourself to. Because you want it. It's not for anyone else. It's not for attraction from girls. It's because you should respect yourself enough to want to be the best in everything that you do. Even if it is just walking down the street, the way that you walk. Do you walk like a professional? Do you walk like a man that knows what he wants from life? There was a lady that I met once, and she's like a school mum or something from the area that I live in. And my mum knows this lady. So I was walking out with my mum one day and we came up to this lady and she was like, oh, hi, and had a little, women chat. And I was kind of just standing there like, just looking around or whatever, because my little brother was there as well, so I was just entertaining him. And then when they were finished talking, my mum was like, oh, this is my son. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you, whatever. I introduced myself to this lady. Just the way I introduce myself, the way I speak, the way I hold myself, my posture, demonstrates professionalism. She said to me, and she couldn't quite get the words out at the start, she was kind of like, there's something about you. It's like authority, it's like a sense of authority about you. And I was like, what do you mean by that? Is it a compliment? She was like, yeah, it really is, it's a good thing. It's like you take up the room when you speak. Ever since that day, I remembered it, and I analysed it afterwards, like I do with everything in life. I analysed what she said, and I was like, what can I learn from this? What is it that she meant there? Authority, what is that? And I came to the conclusion, it's that professionalism that I hold myself to, the way I walk, the way I look her in the eyes when I speak to her, the way I articulate the words that I speak, the way I don't stutter. Everything that I do is to a professional level. Now, I'm not saying you're perfect and you never make a mistake. Of course you do. You're a human being, right? But you should want to be the best. That's the point. It's the desire, it's the internal fire that you have to want to be the absolute best at everything that you do. That is what I'm trying to preach to you here. When you meet people that should think, they should look at you and think, fucking hell, something about, like, I like him. I want to be around that energy. It's an attractive energy. Now, I'm not talking about sexual attraction. I'm talking about just energy. It's magnetizing to everyone around you. Women, kids, other men, fucking staff members in the restaurant, police, authority, whatever. You are a magnet of positive energy, of professional energy. You understand what I'm saying? Good lad. Coaching is down below if you want to learn more from me and how I got to this level in life, from being the shy, awkward, broke 17-year-old to the man that I am today. I will teach you exactly the step-by-step formula that I use to get here in the coaching. The sexual mastery course is also down below if you want to learn how to quit pornography or cure premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, the list goes on. That's also down below. Look after yourself, and I'll see you soon.